Hi Megan, it's Amy here. I am going to be talking about your paper, your writer portrait draft. I just finished annotating it earlier today, so I'm going to be going through that and kind of explaining it to you. Thank you so much for sharing your different pieces with me. I really enjoyed reading your essay and hearing who you are as a writer. It was really well written overall. Um, you do a good job at like keeping me interested and pulled into your writing, so props to you. Um, I guess I'll just start at the beginning. So I did this on Adobe and I added highlights on each part that I added like a little note to. So right here, I highlighted the questions that you put because I think that asking yourself these questions right off the bat really helped me as a reader just to know exactly what you were going to be figuring out throughout the essay and investigating while you were analyzing your papers. It really helped me know like what I was getting into and what I was going to be reading further along as I kept going. So that was really good. Um, And then this next one, the last sentence, it just seemed a little bit repetitive to me just because you had just said you were going to be exploring your different writing pieces and asking yourself all those questions to figure out who you were or I'm sorry, to figure out your unique style that makes your writing distinct from others, is what you said. And then you said how you wanted to take a deep dive into it to find out exactly what your writer portrait truly is. So I think both sentences are very good. I just think it seems a little bit repetitive to me as a reader as I was reading through it. And then I think that this sentence right here that I highlighted is very good. I think you analyzed your previous writing really well in this statement. I was really able to fully understand your feelings on how your writing made you feel as a reader now when you read it again. So I really liked this sentence and how you explained how these statements that you had made in your speech don't excite or inspire you anymore. Um, and then this next sentence, I highlighted it just because it confused me just a little bit as I was reading. I had to stop and I was like, wait, what did she mean? I guess I just didn't know what claims you were talking about. And then this one right here, when I got to this part, I did have to reread the sentence a couple of times. I'm not sure exactly why, but I did get caught up a little bit in the wording of this sentence. So you could maybe consider rewording it just to make sure that the paragraph flows really well. And then this next one that I highlighted, I really liked this sentence because I don't know, it just actually made me smile when I read it. I like how you included it because it really shows your personality in your writing, even though I don't personally know your family. Just reading this from your previous speech, it was a good add-in, so good job. This next one that I highlighted, I think you did a really good job at explaining why this paper was much harder to see your personality, just because like I was having a hard time doing that too when I was looking through my papers and reading them again when you're talking about your scientific one, because it is harder to distinguish your personality when it's like more facts and not opinions. So I like how you worded this sentence and added that in there. Right here after your citation, I did catch a few places in your paper where you didn't finish your thought after your citation. So just be sure that you, after your citations, put periods so that it can start your new statement and finish that thought. And then this one right here, I think maybe you just forgot a word or something. I just was wondering, like, you had a harder what right here. And then I highlighted this quote because I like how you included this quote from your scientific piece. You did a really good job at helping me understand as a reader how you invoked fear that accompanies aging. It's kind of hard to do that for me to invoke fear in my writing. I don't know, and you did a really good job of doing that here. I like how you quoted what you put in your previous one because it it was a good statement to include. And then at the end here, oh, I just wanted to say I do like how you worded the ending statement here by saying that it slowly began to paint a picture of your writer portrait. I really like how you ended it there. I think maybe another way, if you wanted to end this paper, you could keep it the same and maybe just change the end of it to it all slowly began to paint who I am as a writer, just because then it would keep the same theme as in prompt that you put at the beginning, how you stated at the beginning when posed with the question, who am I as a writer? It just kind of, I don't know, maybe it would bring that back and kind of tie it all together. And then at the very end, I did include some overall thing that I really like. Your wording overall, I really liked some things that you put in there, like your very last sentence when you said you slowly began to paint my writer portrait, and then at the very beginning you said knee-jerk response, and then you said deep dive into. I feel like things like this in your writing really made it unique and it showed your personality a lot. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing. I think you did a really good job writing this paper, and I enjoyed annotating it. So thank you.